Anglers Extra.
And we're back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Time, as always, for the Manager's Show with John Schiffner, sponsored by the Chatham Bakery. John, I know you like to divide the season into quarters, and you explained that to your team after the game last night. You went 7-4 through the first 11 games. What was your assessment?
Well, it's pretty good. You know, I mean, we say if you go 5-6, you know, 6-5 or anything better is bonus, and 7-4 is a really nice start for the first quarter, and you want to try to match that or get better in the second quarter, and because now you're going to get, a lot of your players are going to, in the second quarter, you should have your team in place. They should be back from wherever, and you kind of get to, if you do the same thing you do in the second quarter as you did in the first quarter, you're going to be in really good shape. And then the third quarter, it's like make a run. Let's go 8-3, let's go 9-2, and then you just kind of sit back and see what happens in the fourth quarter and prepare yourself for the playoff run. So I think that's what we've always tried to do, and these guys have really bought in. Yesterday, I should say, was a really good example of buying in. Some guys needed to make some adjustments. They had not been making adjustments, and they did. And the bats came around nicely. Got another, really good job from the whole pitching staff. Defense was good again. So good ball game. And it's always good. For some reason, it is just for us, especially. I should say us. For me, it's always been tough to win at Katuitt. It's just one of those places where it's like, God, we just, you think you got it, and then, no, you don't, and that was a good win.
Always a tough place to play. Now, I don't want to ask if anything surprised you. These are all good players, but is there anything from that first quarter that you're really pleased that you saw?
What I'm pleased about is that we were able to play as many guys as we possibly could in various places to know that we've got team depth. So if an injury comes up, we know we're okay. And it's just been, we're going to continue to rotate guys on a daily basis. There's going to be guys playing 4 or 5 innings and 2 guys playing 4 or 5 innings each at certain spots. We're not platooning per se, but we're going to, at certain points, we're going to try to match up, a left-handed bat against a right-handed pitcher and vice versa. So, we were very pleased. We got, really happy with the way the catching's come around, considering that Connor and Brandon did not catch as much as we thought they were going to catch. And they've done a really good job. And Hunter is a, full-time catcher. So we're really pleased with the way that's come around. And then the ability for those guys to play other positions. It's been fun to watch. And, the way the guys respond, we've really pressed some good buttons this year. We pinch hit a guy here, pinch hit a guy there. We usually get the response from the players. So that's pretty cool.
Certainly this team has a lot of depth, and you're adding some new guys. A couple have already arrived. Now, Tommy, we know from last year, Tommy Lawrence, as a character, but on the ball field, had a great year pitching for the University of Maine. What do you expect from him again this summer?
Well, a little leadership. He's the veteran. He knows what's going on. He's older. He's a junior. And, it's leadership. It's, Tommy's work ethic. He's entertaining. He's great to have around. You need guys like that in the dugout. And, he's a good pitcher, and he can do anything for us. He can go start if we need him to start. He can come out of the middle of the pen or he can close. So, again, another versatile guy on the team, and that's what we're striving to do this year. We're going to be versatile and we're going to grind.
Speaking of versatility, another new guy, J.D. Davis, who batted cleanup for you guys yesterday, is a two-way player and has had a lot of success in both areas at Cal State Fullerton. Where do you see him filling in for this team?
Well, he's going to play some first, he's going to play some third, he's going to close. It's a big power arm, hard-breaking pitch, power. But a good hitter, and again, you can play first and third. So we're in some ways, some people may say we're too deep, and that's it's a problem that you don't mind having, and we're going to do the very best we can to keep everybody happy, and I think we can, and I think it's part of it is keeping them happy, but we also are going to try to keep them healthy. That's a fear of mine that, you hear the horror stories that some of the coaches around the country have complained that some of the Cape League players are coming back beat up because it's a tough season. There's limited days off, and they come back and they're really banged up when they get back to the fall. So that's something that I strive to do is we want to send the guys back healthy and not beat up. Obviously it's a long summer and you're going to be tired because you played a long spring, especially if you go into the postseason. We'd like to just I think they'll think about it maybe when they get back to school going, yeah, that wasn't bad. I got 70, 80, 100 at-bats. I played 30-some games, parts of others, and I don't feel too bad. Where, Pat Valleca was about ready to die at the end of last summer. And he got here late, but we couldn't get him a break. Soso was getting hurt, and so it was, and that's happened a lot, and that's what we're going to try to avoid with the depth.
A lot of guys have had fun in Chatham, and you mentioned Tommy coming back for another summer. And you talk about him having veteran leadership. Now, usually there's a lot of turnover on these Cape League teams, but what does it mean to have players who can come back for a second summer?
Well, they know the ropes. You know, they know us or me. They know the town. They know the people. They can introduce the new guys to certain, the people that are friendly, the people that are going to be part of the association, and it's a big help. It's nice to have somebody who knows. Yeah, go there for your burger. Go over here for lunch, or go over here for breakfast or whatever. And hey, go to Hyannis, go to Barnstable Bat. I know how to get there. Things like that. That's valuable to have somebody who knows his way around.
All right, thanks a lot, Schiff. Let's hope you can get another win to start off the second quarter of your season.
There you go. Thanks, Brandon.
Back to Keith Zubro. The Anglers Extra pregame show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network continues.